Alright. See just a little bit of smoke. Getting ready to fire this thing off. Let me climb in the cab. I didn't have to bleed the lines. I actually, Chris 958, he watches channel. I've talked to him personally. He's a great guy. Really like to talk to him. Old Deere service manager, service department. He just made the suggestion. He was like, well, just pump it. That's what they always did. And when I started, I noticed these things were kind of low. Pumped it. Actually heard fuel returning back into the tank. And I had just pushed that in and cranked it off. And it had started to. So I'm going to get into the tractor because I was starting it from that position. I know this thing's not in gear. But, you know, with putting everything together, that's my ground wire. Brother and I had to come up with. We were missing. So, I still have my floor and everything undone. I'm getting this tractor fired off. Quickly. That's actually really good. I'm gonna let it run, make sure there's no leaks under me, all that fun stuff, and then I'll start putting it all back together. Oh yeah, my hand throttle's not connected. That was one thing I forgot. I gotta put a pin in that. So that's good. I didn't have to ether it. Anyways, here's my ether. Turn it off here. All right. As you can see, this tractor has 8,437 hours. That meter actually does work. I have only owned this tractor for 237 hours total. That's all I've ever been able to get onto this tractor. So for $26,000 for that many hours, I don't think this tractor was worth it. Promise you that. I've already put 100 hours on my 8300. So I need to open my shop up because it's just full of smoke. But I can start getting all this stuff cleaned up, put together, and get my space back. Alright, got our moment of truth time for the 4630. We're gonna try to drive it out of the shop. I kind of wanted to do this, you know, as it just to kind of show. We'll see if it actually comes out. You're gonna see it like I'm gonna see it. I better, yeah, I can screw that back down. Okay. That's good. Got a little cap back on. It's got this valve stem leaks slowly. Brand new tire on it. Valve stem leaks somewhat. Just kind of turn my air compressor off. Okay. So we know she'll start. Now that everything's buttoned up, it probably won't start, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm not putting the 3-point on, and there's a few cab pieces I'm not putting in right now. I can do that later. I don't know if I'll even put the 3-point on. Whoever buys it, if they want it on there, they can put it on there. I don't. want to work on it any more than I have to, so get our old pickup backed up out of the way. Okay. This is kind of the boring part, but I wanted to film this, so there's no naysayers. It's either gonna fail or it's not gonna fail. I don't know yet. I hope it'll drive out. For all intents and purposes, it should drive out. You would hope, anyway. Tires a little sag to it. Move our screwdriver and our hose. Looks a little bit better now, doesn't it? It needs a floor, rubber floor in it. Okay. Okay. So this should I was like, man, my tractor's not going anywhere. I had a moment of worry there. My clutch is a little farther out than I remember it being, but also pretty low on steering fluid. I got a lot of air in the lines. Don't have any steering yet. See, look at this. Should have let it run because I disconnected everything. Okay, we're gonna have to get all the air out of the lines. There we go. I'm starting to feel some now. I didn't even think about that. You just know that it's probably has a shit ton of air in these front steering lines. See, I don't have any brakes yet either. Maybe a little low on fluid. My amount of fluid here. So let's see if we can't put it in the forward gear. Does it go forward? It does go forward. I just don't have any steering yet. Alright, so I'm gonna have to bleed my lines. Not a big deal. Get her back out of the shop. Just want to close it. My ripper wasn't there. I'd be home free. So, alright. I guess I can get out. Purring. The motor in this tractor was always a great motor. Like a great motor. So, yeah. Gotta get all the air out of my lines. We'll kind of go from there. And we'll get all that done. You can feel the hydraulics are starting to build. I may have to crack a few lines. But you can feel some pressure in this, in the hydraulics. So, and that may just be low. So I'm gonna run to the house and grab me some more fluid because I could actually be pretty low. I don't have any leaks to speak of, so that's always good. Hate to say it's for sale like it sits, but it's for sale. I just have to go get me some fluid for it. Just the fact that the clutch actually works. I got an old hose I'm dragging. That's not good. I'll have to get that out of there. But I did have one leak, but I think I already mentioned that. Got that taken care of. Yeah, I'm surprised how well it started once I just pumped a little fuel into it. That's the old heater hose. I haven't had, this thing didn't even have a heater in it when I bought it. They were just trash, but look, I'm getting my area back, so I can put more things inside. Anyways, that's where it's at. Sitting crooked, but it did drive out under its own power. So I just gotta probably finish filling it full of hydraulic fluid. I bet it's pretty low. I only put 4 buckets in it. I think it takes 5 or 6. I'm not quite sure. But getting hydraulic fluid back into everything. If I get me a rag here, I'd check it. I'm sure it's gonna take a while. Actually, I know it will because we did 2 40-20s, and I think it took them a while to get hydraulics back into the steering. My brother, I watched him do it and helped him. And I had to take apart that steering valve, all the lines to it, so we'll see. But yeah, I got all my SCVs back together. I lost a couple of those clips. I got some at Deere. So those are all back together. I mean, everything's there. I just need to check my fluid. So yes, thanks for watching. This clusterfuck of a project, but whatever. It drove back out. It's got a new pump in it. I guess that's what matters.